Look at the global trade setup and the handover seen overnight from the western part of the world. Starting with the US, well, the triggers may not be as many as far as Wall Street is concerned, but yes, Dow fell a fair bit as Boeing shares took hit once again. In fact, eclipsing its loss of 5.3% or so on Monday. Yesterday's session, we saw Boeing fall another 6% in trade after several countries came together and banned the MAX 737 model with respect to safety concerns after what happened with the Ethiopian Airlines on Sunday. Dow gave up about 0.4% to shut shop with a loss of 96 points. S&P on the other side gained 0.3% in trade. Nasdaq settled 0.4% higher in trade. But that's not what the top story is all about. It's Brexit, and we saw the European market shut in, with a mixed sort of sentiment, with a mixed sort of cues right ahead of the Brexit vote yesterday. DAX was down 0.2%, FTSE was up 0.3%, CAC was marginally higher by 0.1%, and Stock 600 also closed with a sort of marginal finish to the day. It was down by about 0.1% in trade. So Brexit deal is something that kept the markets at bay, at a bit of a cautiousness coming by there. Sterling also slipped against the dollar. Sterling, in fact, nosedived as the British Attorney General Geoffrey Cox admitted a legal risk remains present under Theresa May's revised Brexit deal. Of course, we all saw how once again a majority of voters, a majority of people in the Parliament, the members of Parliament, did vote against the Brexit. 149 votes is the margin by which Theresa May was defeated yesterday after presenting a fresh Brexit plan after going through once again a negotiation with the European Union, but that seemed to have served no purpose. This morning we're looking at even the Asian markets trading lower amid fresh uncertainties over Brexit. Now, one doesn't really know what is going to happen. Of course, today once again we'll see the United Kingdom go into a fresh round of voting on whether the UK wants to leave the European Union without any Brexit deal, which will of course be a huge hit for the sentiment world over. And of course, there are other options which they can explore, which we will talk about in the course of the show. But yes, Nikkei is down 0.6% for now. ASX is down 0.4%. Kospi is also trading with some losses, 0.7% lower for that one. So looks like it's going to be a bit of a weak session even for the Wall Street if SGX Nifty is anything to go by.
Exactly, Karunya, but the top headline, like you touched upon also, is Theresa May's EU withdrawal deal has been rejected by MPs by an overwhelming majority for the second time. With just 17 days to go to Brexit, MPs voted down the May's Brexit deal, and the Parliament is sharply divided on when, how and even whether to proceed with Brexit and whether to call an election or a second referendum. Setting out the next steps, May said the MPs will vote today on whether the UK should leave the European Union with a deal or without one. President Donald Trump's top trade negotiator said that the US must keep the option of raising tariffs on Chinese imports. Lighthizer comments pushed back against the speculation that a deal between the US and China could see them reverse tariffs. USTR also said that US is making headway on issues it considers important, including its desire for China to make deep structural changes. He also added that negotiators are working continuously and the final document will be very detailed, possibly running as long as 120 pages.
Here's an update about Boeing. The unease about one of Boeing's most popular jets mounted after the deadly crashes of two 737 MAX aircrafts in under 5 months period of time. European authorities banned the planes. The decision followed earlier moves by aviation regulators in China, Indonesia, Singapore and Australia, as well as carriers in Africa and South America and even North America are looking to ground the Boeing jets. With the European authorities' decision, roughly two-thirds of the 737 MAX 8 aircrafts in the world have been pulled from use since Ethiopian Airlines plane crashed on Sunday, killing 157 people.